So I'm at what I call the urban orchard. So we planted this in the winter, and I'll just go round and show you what the trees are doing, and I'll name them and give you a bit of information about them if I have it. So this first one we're coming to is a Meddler. So the variety is Senlac, and you can see it's doing very well. It's just coming into leaf there. Okay, so we've planted a cage around them just to help protect them from, vandalism, and tied them up to help them get protected against the wind. This one is a Damascene, so it's a stone fruit, and I understand it's the precursor to the Damascene, so a bit of an older variety. And actually there's going to be some very, very old trees in this orchard, old varieties that is. This one is a grafted pear thorn, so it's a pear on hawthorn, and it's either a conference or a marquis. Now along here is where it gets a bit more interesting, so if we just walk up to it. This one is called an apple summer pear main, and it's one of the first known English apple varieties. So it dates back to 1596, so it's super old, and it's you can harvest it in August and September. It's in pollination group 4, so that looks like it's doing very well. And just across the path and along a bit, the next one is called a Court Pendu Plat apple. So this has been grown since 1613, so another really old variety, and it's a Victorian dessert apple. So it's in pollination group late, which is really rare. It's one of the latest flowering apples, and so it'll be ready late as well to pick. So that's really interesting. And if we go over here, another super rare one, so it's called the apple Jonah Ting, and it's the first one to blossom. So it's in pollination group 1, and it was first mentioned around 1600, and as one of the earliest apples. You can harvest it super early as well, in June, so it doesn't keep at all. You've got to eat it straight away as you pick it off the tree. If we go over here into the corner, this is a filbert. The variety is Cosford, and it's kind of like a hazelnut. So with a lot of hazelnuts that I've seen planted, they have several different stems at the bottom. So there you go. That's that one. And then moving over to the last tree that I can name, it's called the Margaret variety. It was first mentioned in 1665, but it's thought much older, and it's apparently named as it ripens close to St Margaret's Day, so that's known across Europe. And it often grows in a cordon as it's not very vigorous, and this one's in a more standard pollination group, number 5. So that's just starting to break into leaf, and you can see here actually the cage has been vandalised a bit. Someone's obviously tried to get in there, prizing it open but not being able to. So that's really, really good that that cage has been there. It's actually saved that tree. And that's the orchard.